Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This video is brought to you by Onyx Off-Road, and we are gonna do one of Colorado's least known trails in my opinion. But it's supposed to be hard according to Onyx, so we're gonna find out.
I think we got that covered.
So we are just outside of Aspen, Colorado, headed up Taylor Pass. Now, I've done this many years ago with my parents on quads, and I don't remember it being anything more than a dirt road. But according to Onyx, it's rated a 7 out of 10. So maybe things have changed, I don't know, but we're gonna come find out. Plus it's fall, look at the scenery. Epic. So we're starting off at 9,300 feet to kick off this trip up Taylor Pass. And we're obviously in the Smoke Show S10. Shanna has never done this trail, so we're gonna go up and see how it is. Look at the reds. This trail starts off gaining altitude pretty quick. We haven't even went a couple miles yet, and we're already at 10,300 feet. So we've already gained 1,000 feet in altitude. So it cruises up pretty fast, but it's just kind of bumpy and rocky, like I remember it. Nothing real crucial yet, so Shanna's driving.
Hello.
She's gonna take us up Taylor Pass for part of the day today. Which is fine, because then I get to enjoy this. So just like any other trail I do, the reason I use Onyx is because I can pre-download my map before I lose service. I have a full detailed map of where I am and what I'm doing. We chose to go and track, that way we can track our path up here over Taylor Pass, and we'll know exactly how many miles we went, how far we went, the elevation changes we took, along with being able to leave a trail report, because it is fall and there has already been a snowfall out here once yesterday. If for some reason the trail is closed or the trail is blocked off or there's a downed tree, we can leave that report. Otherwise, we can leave a report that right now is the time to get out here because the views are epic. Look at that little falls. Kind of pretty, huh? So what's your favorite color of the leaves? Do you like them green, yellow, gold, red, orange, brown? For me, I kind of like the red and orange. I like the golds too, but I like the red and the orange. They just stand out to me. I like it when you can see all those colors in one big conglomeration.
I like the gold. Right now it's like driving through a canopy of gold coins. And I'm with my husband.
She likes gold.
I love gold.
Now as we go over this pass, when we come down the backside, we'll be going into Taylor Lake. And if I remember right, there was pretty good fishing there. It's been a long time. My brother and I used to go over from the Tin Cup side. So we would run from Nathrop, which is over by Buena Vista. So you have like Tin Cup, Hancock, all kinds of passes over there. And we'd run over Tin Cup and then drop into Taylor Reservoir from there. If you've ever been to St. Elmo, it's a ghost town that they're kind of reviving. People are starting to move back in, and they have very tame chipmunks that you can feed.
We took the kids there when they were little. It was so much fun. You just do this and they eat out of your hand. They're fat.
They are super fat. I don't know what it is about the Colorado fall either, but the aspens really get pungent. I can't smell a lot of things. Usually all I can smell is like dirty poo and farts. Like I can't smell flowers, but I can smell the aspens for some reason. So that's a smell I can pick up, and it really smells good. I love the smell of aspen. That snow. So we're at 3.5 miles and we've already gained another 1,000 feet in altitude, a little under 11,500 feet already. Still nothing that I'm seeing a level 7 in my opinion. I'd say right now we still are a 5 or a 6. I'm curious. Maybe you guys know something I don't. Taylor Pass doesn't really get driven by a lot of Jeepers I don't see anymore. I mean, even when I was younger, you know, riding quads over here, dirt bikes, I hardly ever saw Jeeps or vehicles up on this road. I don't know why. But I'm curious if we're going to find an obstacle worthy of a 7 of 10 rating. The only tire marks I see on here are even quad tracks. I mean, it could be a side-by-side, but that looks like a quad tire. And then Shanna's tire feet.
Yeah, buddy.
We are sitting here right at tree line, if you can see that right here. In Colorado, tree line, I believe, is like 10.8 to 11.8, and it kind of varies depending on just the terrain, basically. But the funny thing about tree line is the farther north you get, the lower tree line gets. So like you get up to Alaska, tree line's only at 2,000 feet. So that's crazy, like 2,000 feet in elevation, bam, tree line's gone, no more trees. But look at this view. Beautiful blue sky day, look at that. There's not a cloud in the sky, not a single one. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you get the alpine burn. That's a real thing. Higher in elevation, you're closer to the sun. Oh, there's a hole there. There's a hole in that bridge. Spot being a little narrow, I really haven't seen anything yet that would deem this thing a 7. I would still deem it a 5 or a 6. I mean, any stock Jeep with 4-wheel drive could do this. I mean, I wouldn't be scared to try to shove a Subaru up here at this point. I am not seeing a 7 of 10 trail rating yet.
It is fun though.
It's a fun trail though. It's really pretty and it's a fun trail, and it is very steep. Like, you are climbing a lot of elevation really quick. And instead of being a bunch of switchbacks, you're kind of just riding the side of the mountain and just keep cruising straight up. I think we're about to summit. What do you think?
We're getting pretty close.
I already said that. You can't copy me. You just gotta say yes or no.
Yes.
She'll always agree with me on the summits from now on because she owed me a foot massage after we did the Alpine loop.
And he got a very good foot massage. I did a good job.
I work in shoes all day in a garage. My feet aren't nice. There we go. Pull on up. Oh yeah. As we summited here, you can see the Sangre de Cristo mountain range. It's all out here. That's some of my favorite mountains, actually, in Colorado. I love the Sangres. So here at the summit, we're at 11,893 feet, basically 11,900. And if we really wanted to go to 12, we could probably just go up there and make it 12. And I'll show you something that I think is kind of cool. Right there is Mount Elbert. Mount Elbert is the tallest mountain in Colorado. That's 14,422 feet to the summit there, and that is it's a big hike. That's a lot of elevations to huff and puff up, because you have to hike up it. A lot of people think Pikes Peak is humongous because it's a 14,000 foot peak, but it's just like barely 14,000. I think it's like 1408 or something like that. It just barely cracks over the 14,000 foot mark. And right down here is Taylor Lake. That's about the only thing there I could see being a little bit tougher, but that's really just people shortcutting the trail. So So what I'm seeing a lot of is all the boulders pushed off of the road here, and then these harder trails are actually blocked off. They're blocking them off with bigger rocks, and it's semi-frustrating, but it is what it is, because if the National Forest comes in, if people start taking easier roads like this instead of the harder road like this, then what the National Forest does is they come in and they're going to shut stuff down, and to keep the road open, they're going to make the road the easiest as possible, and that's exactly what happened. They took the hard trails out and gave you the easiest path because people were taking the easiest path. So it's unfortunate, because this trail that used to be rated a 7 is now probably rated a 5, 4, 5. I would totally take a stock Jeep through it. And even, I haven't seen anything that I couldn't shove a Subaru Outback through. That's Colt's trail rant of the day. I've seen it happen too many times. This is rocky. It's just not big rocks. I mean, that's, you know, the size of my foot. It's not even a foot tall, so, I mean, you can roll over it with pretty low ground clearance in 4-wheel drive. Or a little bit of whoop-how and a dune buggy. Just like this. Here was the trail, nice and bouldery and rocky. They shoved the rest of them in here and gave you the easier path. How far were you gonna make me walk? You just kept driving.
Sorry, I'm having fun.
She got into her zone. She's like, forget your husband. Still doesn't change the fact that this is still a beautiful trail, beautiful day. There's a creek right down here, and yeah, you wanna see the creek? Just a little babbling brook. I think it's snack time. I'm gonna eat some, this is called ancient grains, but I call it historic oats. And Shannon and I joke, this is my food girlfriend. So she takes care of me, she takes care of me. It's a win-win.
I take care of you more.
You do. These are the bomb.com. Couple of rocks. We're getting back down into the aspens again. Yeah. I like aspen trees. I like the smell of aspen trees. I think aspen trees are one of the largest living organisms on the planet because they all connect, right? Like the roots connect, which makes them kind of different than a lot of other trees, I think. I think that's why it's so dangerous if they catch fire, because if they get so hot they go through the roots and then they'll just start exploding from the inside out, just bam, 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 in a forest fire. Maybe you guys know, are aspen trees the largest living organism or just one of them? Down the mountain. Shannon drove the whole thing, so she drove all of Taylor Pass. I know it's rated a 7 to 10. I would call it more of a 5, maybe a 6 in spots if you choose options. All the hard stuff's pretty much blocked off, and the easy stuff's there. It's still an absolutely beautiful drive. We only saw 2 quads, and that was it. So, like, there's nobody out here. Epic views, epic mountains, by ourselves. I mean, you can't beat that. And I think a lot of people need to realize that there is a lot of awesome trails that aren't just your mainstream trails that you need to do.
Okay, everybody, we are headed home, and I almost forgot the joke of the trail. So, what does it cost to swim with a shark?
What does it cost to swim with a shark?
Yes.
One bit? I don't know.
An arm and a leg. That's a good one. I'm proud of that one.
Right down here is Taylor Reservoir. At the bottom of this road here, you have a multitude of trails. You have Hancock Pass, Tin Cup Pass, Slaughterhouse Gulch, Italian Creek, and a few others. And in fact, Tin Cup was the very first trail I ever did on my own when I got my license. And I got over to Taylor Reservoir, and it was low, and I actually got stuck. Here's a picture of it right here. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you on the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe. See ya. Bye. 4-wheel drive only.